Let's break that fourth wall and say I'm still drinking that wine from the last episode. So we recorded these in the same day. It's still shit. By his own admission, Paul McCartney isn't the best guitarist on earth. He is, however, fairly confident in his abilities. Unless, of course, you hand him a plastic guitar and ask him to play one of his own songs on Rock Band, in which case he'll fall to pieces like an iPhone colliding with a 3210. Yes, Paul McCartney, one of the founding members of the biggest bands in, well, history, can't play his own songs on a 5-button plastic made in China piece of shit controller. Specifically, McCartney has admitted that he can't play the harder songs in the special Beatles edition of Rock Band, even though, you know, he wrote half of those songs. It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. That's gotta be gutting, that, hasn't it? Do you imagine he's trying to play it, it's like, he's sat there with the plastic 5-button controller going, and it comes up, you failed, and like everyone's booing the virtual Beatles on stage. He's like, I wrote this song. How much would you think you get pissed off staring at the screen seeing that? Man, that's a blow at the ego, that, isn't it? So yeah, I'm part of the biggest rock band in history, but I can't play this fucking video game.
Game over. You suck.
To be fair to him though, it's not like Rock Band and Guitar Hero are meant to be exactly like playing a guitar.
In most situations you'd be correct, but for this specific edition of Rock Band, Harmonix, the people who made the game, went out of their way to painstakingly study footage of the Beatles playing to make sure the note charts for each song were as close to the actual finger movements made by the guitarist in real life. Which makes it doubly hilarious that Paul McCartney couldn't play them because the footage they were studying was of him.
I'd say they failed pretty badly then.
Yeah, if he can't play it, well, yeah, like, I get people probably watching this, yeah, Rock Band's not supposed to be playing a real guitar. It's like, yeah, we know, but for this specific Rock Band game, they went out of their way to make it as realistic. 'Cause obviously, the Beatles are one of the biggest bands in history. We want to make the experience as close to what it'd be like to be a real Beatle. So they spent hours just studying footage of like the finger movements made while playing specific songs, and then translated that into the button presses you'd make. So it's not one-to-one, but it's closer than most other games.
Maybe that's why he had a problem though. Maybe muscle memory was in the way.
Yeah, a problem I found when I try and play Rock Band and Guitar Hero and stuff is that I want to play on the beat. And it's really difficult in your head to disassociate playing on the beat with playing the notes it wants you to play,
yeah.
Which I always found to be the problem, because they're never perfectly one-to-one.
I find it harder to play the easiest difficulty.
Because you only play at one,
yeah.
You play one, if say it's like a 60 beats per second song, you're playing one every 2 seconds, it doesn't feel right. I hate the games that says, oh, one person plays guitar, one person plays bass. No one wants to play bass. Fuck playing. That's why I prefer the early Guitar Hero games, where it's like both of you just play lead guitar. We don't care how little sense it makes, you both play lead guitar.
The best ones are the ones where you can compete.
That's why the later Guitar Hero and Rock Band games are worse, because they say, oh, it's a real band experience, which means one of you's got to play bass, and no one wants to play fucking bass. That's why Guitar Hero 1, 2 and 3 are the best. As well, I think it's probably worth mentioning that while Paul McCartney's trying to play these songs in Rock Band, he's staring at like this virtual dead-eyed representation of John Lennon. I'm guessing that distracted him a little bit as well.
Dude!
Well, that's basically what he's doing, isn't it? So he's playing this song, it's difficult to translate the finger movements to that. He's staring at like John Lennon with like these dead glassy virtual eyes, and then he's getting booed for playing his own songs.
Come on! Who brings a "you suck" sign to a concert?
Right, so Paul McCartney can't play the harder songs in Beatles Rock Band, but do you know who can?
Who?
Paul McCartney's grandchildren. And Paul McCartney, there's a great quote from him where he says, I was playing it with my grandkids and I keep failing on the harder songs, and they were making fun of me so much I got really annoyed, so I told them, yeah, but I wrote it. So when they told him, why can't I can beat you, Grandad, I played this song better than you, he just goes, yeah, but I wrote it. And walked off.
That's such a petulant response. Well, I wrote it.
What I like to imagine though is that after he did that, he swaggered out of the room like a gorilla with a pimp cane. Because that image is just one in my head that I never want to leave. Just Paul McCartney going, like, fail, it comes up, you suck. His grandkids like making fun of him. Goes, yeah, but I wrote the original song. And then just like hip hop comes out of nowhere. He just swaggers out of the room.
That what's it? Thug Life.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg.
No, do you know the best, I think the best like walking out of the room song is? If you can find a clip of this, 2 Shots of Henny from, it's somewhere mathematics, but the reason I love that song is because it's in the Saints Row, the first Saints Row game, in which, unlike Grand Theft Auto, you can play music while you're walking around on foot. And my friend and I used to play 2 Shots of Henny while giving your character the pimp cane, walking down the street. Every now and again, you just throw a grenade over your shoulder. So that's true thugging right there. Just walking down the street, occasionally throwing a hand grenade over your shoulder.
1 cup of Henny's got me feeling good. 2 cup of Henny's got the tip on wood.
I'm assuming that Paul McCartney is not the only person to have had this problem.
No, there's been a lot of guitarists and bands who've had songs appear in Rock Band and Guitar Hero admit, like, yeah, I can't play my own song in this video game. My favourite example, though, is Herman Lee from DragonForce, who was a video of him somewhere online of him failing through the fire and the flames on Guitar Hero 3 on hard mode about 3%. So you can barely get like 10 seconds into the song.
I had a go on the Guitar Hero 3 earlier, and I don't really want to tell you the result I got.
And the worst part about it is not only can he play that song in real life, he can play it in real life with the guitar held behind his head, underwater. But the Guitar Hero on a plastic 5-button controller, on not even on expert, on hard mode, he fails at 3%. Oh my god, that's brutal, that, isn't it?
It's gotta hurt. What I've never understood is, I have some friends back home who spend weeks learning how to play Through the Fire and the Flames on expert.
Yes.
In that time, why not learn a real guitar?
Everyone says that, but it's a lot easier to learn to play Through the Fire and the Flames on Guitar Hero than it is to play any song on guitar.
I don't think it is though, because if you just do, say, basic acoustic chords...
Play Through the Fire and the Flames on this. It's ridiculous. Like, I've not played guitar in fucking years. I think Through the Fire and the Flames just power chords all the way through, so a lot of people can play that. We're back after a minor cut. We found the guitar, so I've not played guitar in fucking years, mate. Oh, I got to choose a drop D, the only thing I can play. And yours even got a bloody whammy bar.
You know what, Karl? You know what?
What's up?
You think you're so good? Play DragonForce. You actually know how to play it?
I know the riff. I think it's just power chords. I don't know. What's going on there? It's actually, it's too loud. Is it too loud? Too fuzzy? It's not happy, is it? No? That's what I mean. My guitar.
Christ.
We're gonna play some place was playing this guitar, but holy shit, is this thing. Damn. The fuck's up with this thing?
The neighbours are gonna hate me.
Oh man, mate, this guitar is a fucking bag of wank. Oh. What's the highest note your guitar can play? Thing is though, on that screen, all you can see is my hand going up and down. All you can see is me going. So have you ever done the Pac-Man noise in your guitar?
No.
You need a whammy bar to do this. That's how they made it in the actual game. They just got a dickhead like me come into studio and just dick around on his mate's guitar. That's the song from Deliverance. Did I ever tell you, I went into a bar once. I didn't know it was a gay bar, and neither did my mate. We walked in, we got a drink. There's lots of guys in this bar, isn't there? Yeah, there is. And then literally the song from Deliverance started playing, and we went, "Oh, let's fuck it." We just left the drink and left.
We're done.
With none of that. Ugh.
That was the one.
So this is all we need. We'll just play this. We're gonna do the thing of like Lenny in The Simpsons, where he's like, play tribute, Brad. Sing it for the people at home.
I can't. The thing is, because it's been so long since I've done it as well, I can't do it properly. I'll keep messing it up.
We've still got another video to do, mate.
We just spent like 15 minutes dicking around with it.
And you're not going to use any of the footage.